Alright guys, we're gonna start this here in about 60 seconds. 60 seconds, we'll get this thing rocking here. What's up guys? I hope you guys are doing well. Okay, let's get straight into it. So I just started streaming here on YouTube. It is something I haven't done too often here, so let's see how this goes. Let's look specifically at price markets. Let's look at what's going on here. Let's first start off with news. Okay. Okay. Let me lower this here just a little bit, guys. All right, so first things first. Let's look at this week so far. CPI, wow, year over year. Australia is definitely for sure suffering through some sort of inflation problem right now. Nothing compared to what they had before, but 2.3 CPI year over year is way higher than last month's numbers. Means inflation is going back up again. And it's higher than even the previous number expectations. Should be interesting. Huh. I wonder what their monetary policy is, if they're cutting rates or not. GDP quarter for quarter. This is actually really great news. This is bullish news. The expectations are more bullish. Unemployment claim data, they're actually a lot lower than expected. That's bullish news. So Thursday, there's a lot of bullish news here. Canadian news is actually a lot higher than expected, looking better than expected. Interesting. Wow. Do you see this? U.S. President Trump removes Fed's cook from position effective immediately. The White House just removed Cook. Oh my God. This is crazy. I think this was, how long ago was this? This was 8 o'clock. This just happened right now. About 6 minutes ago. No, 15 minutes ago. Oh my God. Look at the effect of that. You see that? Look at that. That's crazy. You see that? That's why gold is running right now, yeah. Bro, President Trump does things like this, it always goes crazy. Okay, so Dixie's is running down. I mean, I don't really know Fed Cook's positioning here with the Fed. That's the thing. Like, I don't really know his positioning. Like, if he was more... Oh, I don't know if Lisa Cook was... He'll fire Fed Governor Lisa Cook if she doesn't resign. Dissented. 2 of the 7 current governors, Christopher Waller and Michelle Baumann, are Trump's appointees. Both dissented from the Fed's most recent decision to hold interest rates steady. Another seat opened up earlier this summer when Adriana Kolger announced she would step down. If Trump is able to remove Cook, he would appoint her successor, potentially ensuring that the majority of the board shares his view on monetary policy. Oh my God. This is ridiculously bullish here. Because if there's 7 seats at the Fed, right? 7 seats, and right now you got 2, you would have the majority of the House to cut rates successfully. Like, there'd be absolutely kind of like what he did with the House of Representatives. With the way that Republicans just took over the House this year, Trump is trying to take over the Fed this year. How Republicans took over the Fed last year. I mean, Republicans took over the House last year in voting. Fed Chairman Jerome Powell, who aggressively backed Trump's calls for the central bank to lower interest rates, has continuously attacked Cook on social media since revealing his allegations. Trump previously called for Cook to resign immediately in light of the allegations. Aggressively backed Trump's call for central bank to lower has continuously attacked Cook on social media since revealing his allegations. Huh. Wow. I don't really want to look at CNN because CNN is not viral. But apparently Lisa Cook committed mortgage fraud. Wow. Ah, this is actually really good. This makes the ability for, well, I mean, bro, everybody in the government commits fraud. I mean, let's be real. Okay, Lisa Cook committed fraud. Yes, she committed fraud. Like, let's be honest here. Lisa Cook committed fraud 100%. Yes, that is true. But let's be here. Let's be real honest, guys. Who in the government doesn't commit fraud? Every single person, okay? I guarantee you at the Fed or the majority, at least 70 to 80% of these Republicans and Democrats have committed some sort of level of fraud. 100%. So what I'll be honest with you guys is this was just a way to get her out, I think. It was a way to get her out in order for Trump to be able to have that open seat and now appoint a new governor, all right? And that governor here will cut rates. That's my opinion here. Or will be on Trump's side because he's being appointed by Trump to then eventually cut rates here. So this is going to boom markets is just my opinion here for this week. And also just looking at everything, we don't have too much news going on. We don't. You know, Monday today was very slow in terms of news. That's why you didn't really see too much volatility in the markets. Okay? If you're looking at even Tuesday, you don't have too much news, okay? You have Canadian news, you have Australian dollar CPI year over year. Not necessarily that crazy, okay? Wednesday, you don't really have that much news. Thursday, you don't really have that much news. August is about to close out this month, though. So one thing I do want to take a look at real quick here specifically is going to be seasonalities. I do want to take a look at that, okay? I do want to take a little bit of a look at the macro. August usually closes bullish. Okay, on a seasonality perspective here for August. August is normally a bullish month, okay, year over year. Another thing I want to take a look at here too is going to be, let's look at like a little bit of the more of the macros here. We don't want to look at credit bonds. We could look at COT charts here. We could see the accumulation of ETFs. But do I want to look at that now? I can. Question is, question is, do I want to? And it looks like we're actually moving pretty decent. One thing I want to take a look at next is, alright, SPX seasonality. I just want to see normally how S&P closes bullish here on the... We'll look at ETFs too here in a bit. I'm going to look at ETFs and the accumulation of ETFs in just a bit. That's kind of what I want to look at. We can check the bold report with that. Super simple here. Right. Bitcoin inflows are starting to die. We just broke structure too with BTC inflows. Could that mean a larger downtrend? Interesting. Nice pullback on gold ETFs. To be honest, I see them running. Gold's looking great right now.
Yeah, ETFs are starting to rise here. iShares? iShares is BlackRock. BlackRock is starting to reaccumulate here. You're going to see big runs with gold, my assumption here. Seasonalities for S&P. Stagnant. S&P is usually stagnant here.
Okay, let's look at the whole market now. Let's take a look at everything. And Kirk just said he caught the bottom of that candle. That's great, man. Let's go. Okay, what am I looking at? 4 hour external. We have external sells here. You have the refined order block in here. Internal structure, refined order block. Internal cells here. You're going to probably see a continuation here until tomorrow. External buys or internal buys here. Let's see the external structure. We didn't close below 4 hour structure. We didn't close below daily structure. We didn't even close below the 4 hour structure here on the Dixie. That's interesting. Did we close below daily? We did close below daily. What does that mean? This is a lot more bearish here. It's really good, actually. This thing just created a what? Lower low. Okay. Regardless of how we feel on the daily, this thing just created a lower low. This impulse move is a lower low. Technically, higher high. I mean lower high, lower low. Structure's messy. I don't like it. Technically, this is more bearish than bullish. How low we can go? We have the possibility to go here. For sure. With Dixie. That'd be external structure. We have the possibility to go there. $196 area, those areas. That's what I'm aiming for. This low to get broken with a rate cut. Hopefully this week, not too much news. We can see that go down. Oh, interesting. SPX is super interesting for me. I actually do not like this here. Why? It didn't break structure. On the daily, did it? Oh, it did. We're good. Did it break? Let's look. It did. Alright, we're bullish still. What I'm looking for, a reaction. That reaction pull back. I'm curious about internal structure here. This interests me a lot. Internal buys here. It's an order flow right now, even though this right here is order flow. That's probably what it'll do. Even though it didn't create a higher high here on 3 hour or 4 hour, which is technically external, daily overruns everything. So we created a high over the daily, which means that this thing is going to pull back, run to the upside here. Where could it run to potentially? Well, I know that it's going to come somewhere here. Predicting if it reaches all the way down here, we can go to the 65 65.12 area. I think it's gonna fill this gap here, no problem. Even come here. The possibility for that too. Right here. It's a bigger possibility. That's what I'm looking at here, these two areas. Tomorrow morning I'm going to look at these two areas for potential buys. Let's look at the VIX. I was looking for potential areas to buy here. VIX broke downward. What am I looking for right now? I'm shocked this thing isn't. Usually when volatility runs, it's very bearish here. Give me a minute, guys. I'm going to be right back. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, guys. Give me 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Alright guys, so to get back to it all, had to go for a sec. This is what I'm looking at with let's look at gold volatility. Coming back down to these lows, it'd be close below structure. No close below structure here. Interesting. I do want to see this start shifting though. I need to see some sort of shift here. If we catch this low here, it's going to be great, because the moment we see good gold volatility start breaking structure here, okay, we'll see a break. Right? Let's go back. Let's look at bonds. Let's look at the 10-year yield. Good. Breaking structure. Right? Internal structure getting broken. That means we're going lower for right now. Hopefully. Internal structure. External structure broken. This thing's going down. You see that? Where can this go? Probably here. Internal structure. This is good. This means it's bullish for markets. I'm very, very much bullish on I'm bullish on S&P this week. I'm bullish on Bitcoin this week. I'm bullish on gold this week. Let's look at gold now. There we go. So I had two areas of potential runs, here and here. And I can see Kirk that you just bought, which is amazing. At the bottom of that candle, right? Yep. What candle did you see? You probably saw it. You see that roadblock? Bingo, there we go. Right off that candle. Boom. This thing is almost too easy sometimes. I didn't get in this again. I'm over here, down here. I'm over here. I got in this buy here. So what I'm looking for is, oh, this thing's gonna run. This thing's gonna run. Wow. This is crazy. Yeah, so a lot of times what tends to happen, even today too, like you can kind of see the Asian range had that break. You had that sweep of liquidity here during, 3, 4, 5 p.m. Indecisional area mitigated. It's gonna pull back, guys. I'm very confident this thing is gonna pull back. I'm just curious to see how 1 hour and 4 hour closes, because what I could see here is one just big liquidity sweep on sellers. I love order flow, man, and this is what we talk about in the course, right? Order flow, because you have wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, right? And you have order flow, right? Order flow, what does it do? It creates sellers into the market, right? So sellers are probably coming in here, selling here. You got another person probably sell here in profit, and whoop, swipe of liquidity here. Okay, this thing is gonna run. I'm not too concerned about it. I would be concerned just to see how the 4 hour closes here. So, but other than that, I'm not really concerned. This thing broke structure here. It's gonna pull back, but it's gonna run for the upside right now. So this thing is gonna run at least to the 1.8 area, or the 1.62, which is 3394. So you're gonna see that probably most likely get hit and then pull back, and that's when you're gonna want to get another entry. Okay. Gold, I'm very much bullish in. Very, very, very much bullish. I'm sorry if I'm yawning so much, guys. Today was a long day. Okay. So buys on gold. If you guys are already in buys, we're already in buys. I think Kirk just got into some buys, right? So let's look at USD CAD here. Let's look at what's going on here with USD CAD. USD CAD looks like it's coming back down here. I know you guys have a CPI report. Called buys here, extension to the upside. It never made it to this zone here, which is unfortunate. I'm going to just delete this here. It never made it back here. It did here. It never made it back here, but it did here. What are we looking at now? I'm curious to see how it reacts off this area here. Off internal structure, off this internal candle here. It looks like it could break. I'm just curious to see what the reaction is here. Specifically here. If we break, we're going to go past these lows and probably create a shift in momentum, which it already kind of looks like it is a shift in momentum, but yeah, I'm not really that much more bullish here with CAD. I'd want to see how the reaction is here or here at this candle. I want to see the reaction and then additional breaks for me to start buying USD CAD. But I don't really think we're going to see that, just because unless the Canadian dollar starts hiking more rates than the US is going to, the Dixie's going down. So AUD USD should start running. Oh yeah, it is. You should see some sort of buys with AU. Ooh, there we go, Bitcoin. Sheesh. I did say yesterday, if we break this here, Bitcoin is done. Thank God I am not calling buys on this yet. Guys, and this is why we're smart with it, right? Because people are usually not the smartest with their allocations of alts and crypto. They're usually not really that smart with it. And one thing I noticed here about Bitcoin, which I was mentioning to you earlier, guys, was it just kind of the shift here is not necessarily good in ETFs. You just had a huge Fidelity sell. Grayscale just sold a bunch. BlackRock is buying a little bit, but we're still negative overall here, which to me is interesting here. It's very, very much interesting here. Because if Grayscale isn't buying, I mean, if Fidelity and all these places are selling, that's not the best news, guys. Right? Not necessarily the best news you want to see. Right? Not necessarily the best news. All right, so let's look at what else is going on over here. What is this here? Let me place. All right, guys. Yeah, ETFs with Bitcoin aren't looking the best right now. Uh-oh. Bitcoin's usually bearish in August. Ever since it's institutionalized, though, Bitcoin is usually even more... I could see the S&P drop back to these zones here. I could see Bitcoin drop a little bit more. And this is why I didn't call any buys on Bitcoin too. Again, like, you know, there's a reason why we don't call buys until we see the confirmation break. Remember? I said that last week, guys. I was like, guys, I don't really want to call a buy too much with Bitcoin. I'm a little scared because of no confirmation break on the daily. And we're creating lower lows here, you know, specifically here and here. What I'm looking for right now is, oh my God, look at this. This looks like a pure mitigation. You see that? That 4 hour, that daily mitigation here. Extending to the downside. And I did say we're going to break. Okay. You got to close above, come back down, sweep a liquidity during what? What was this? This was... Ooh, this happened on Sunday, a sweep of liquidity. With Bitcoin, you can only trust the 4 hour. And even then, trust in the 4 hour. Technically, this thing broke structure. Look at that. Created a lower low. This is a lower low. Yeah, we're 100% coming back down here. Are we overextended? A lot of volume coming in from sells. I predicted 108. The problem is this here. Bitcoin loves to sweep. We closed below 108. We're going back here to 105. But most likely I'm going to want to buy here tomorrow. I might call a buy here. Why? The overextension. This is an overextension downward. It will hit this most likely. I'm not going to call the buy prematurely, but the buy is here. If we close below 162, the buy's at 105. Set an alert here. If we don't close below 162, this thing is a buy today. And I would only see it go up to Probably this next mitigation area right here. That's what I would see. Something like this. Solana, kind of the same thing. Solana's still bullish though. Hit 113, sell off. Solana buy here. Wow, MSRT hit. MSRT is like, it looks like it's getting ready to do its next wave here. I might actually call a buy on MSRT. MSRT looks way better. Way better than any other pair. I'm going to call a buy on MSRT. It comes back to this zone. It looks like it'll do a third wave here. Right. It's like a 1 to 8 I'm looking at right now. The 1 8-hour zone, it looks good, man. This is good. MSRT. 60% return. Nvidia. Get out of Nvidia if you want. Alright guys, this is kind of like a breakdown here real quick. I wanted to give you guys a quick rundown. Tomorrow morning I'm looking to start buying more gold. S&P most likely a buy. And all our other pairs here. Crypto and Bitcoin most likely. Wow. Wow, I gotta look at my... Let me see how much I'm up right now. Hey, I'm up about $1,000. I didn't get into the sell here. I didn't get into the rebuy here. I meant to rebuy. Oh, man. I wanted to wait till the right time. It's usually institutional time. I wait for New York session, but we're going to be trading New York live tomorrow, so it's not a problem here, guys. Oh, well, no worries. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all, and I will talk to y'all soon. Let's run it. See you tomorrow morning. Peace.